do, but they struggle as we do. You'll not find a casket for your daughter there.
Wish I had a bag of holding. This jar. It feels like death itself. A sure sign of necromancy at work.
You are not welcome here.
We won't, honey.
I'm sorry for your loss, but oh, well, there is a serial killer on the loose. Killing.
Sister?
Said the elf song was haunted. Now it's doubly so. You've got to talk to the locals if you want the true story about Stelmane's death. The Gazette would never print all the juicy details.
You eaten at the elf song before? Awful, just awful. I had a stew there once that looked like it had a finger in it.
Lovely day for it.
They never found the head. Makes me wonder how they knew it was Stelmane.
Oh, you can tell all sorts with technology these days. I'm sure she left some hair. Or teeth.
What are you doing here? This is a private home, understand? Be on your way, or I'll summon the City Watch to deal with you.
Placed on the ground in the shape of the absolute.
Hello. Are you a tax collector? Papa told me I shouldn't talk to...
Hello? I wasn't expecting any guests. You...
That might be worth a look.
Hello.
They're eating at the elf song again. You can tell all sorts with technology these days. I'm sure she left some hair. Or teeth.
The service here is worse than ever. What do you have to do to get a drink around here?
Placed on the ground in the
Thou hast now a bosom companion. Take care that thou art not distracted on thy quest, seeking the comforts of the flesh. Recall that in time, all becomes dust and bone. Fate, dost thou require a new ally? Or mayhaps a resurrection instead. The girl has left. She left me. Hast thou other business?
I've had my eye on you. Hot as brimstone, jagged as lightning, and seething like the river Styx. But there's something missing, isn't there? You're hungry for pleasures beyond this plane. Something more satisfying than mortal flesh, blood, and bone. The ecstasy of agony, the pain of the damned, distilled into pure bliss. Beyond every climax you've known, the little death writ large. Smile, and I'll come to you when you put your head down to rest. I will sate your most forbidden lusts. Or don't. And know the eternal ache of the unknown and the unanswered. The same thrills I offer you. Some experiences are better when shared. Tonight, then. Be ready.
I never quite realized how burdened I was until I met you. The threat of the Shadow Curse, the politics of the Grove. I was forgetting who I was. But you lifted the fog. Thank you. You're too modest. I wager you don't even know how extraordinary you truly are. But I do. I have lived a very long time. I have taken many lovers. My heart does not stir lightly. But it does now. I want more than to fight at your side, or sit around the campfire with you. I want to lay with you under the stars and feel your skin against mine. I think you feel the same way. Why else would you have been so concerned about whether I had a lover before? But tell me I'm wrong, and the matter can rest. I do not wish to sour our friendship, but I have to know if it can be something more. You have bonded with Gale, body and soul. His scent lingers on your skin. If there is to be anything between us, it must be with his consent. And perhaps someday, his participation. Take your time. I'll be waiting.
Anything I can do for you, consider it most enthusiastically done. What, like a child? I'm not sure I consider myself father material. Plus, our current lifestyle isn't exactly what I'd call settled. Share? You're not a loaf of bread to be divvied up at supper time. I thought what we had meant something to you. Call me selfish or old-fashioned, but I cannot agree to that. Either we dedicate ourselves to one another, or this ends here. I see. Thank you. This is most illuminating. I had thought I had the measure of your character, but clearly there is much I have yet to learn. Enjoy your open relationship. Ideally, far from my view.
I received a dispatch from the Grove. Life carries on there in our absence. My chosen successor, Francesca, has proven to be a wise choice. Perhaps the wisest I ever made as Archdruid. I've been but honestly, you've surpassed even those. Seems...
I wasn't expecting it, but I'm glad to have some company on this journey.
Yes. But also no. I felt like the world had been upended. But it also made perfect sense. My parents are alive, and I have to save them. I think a part of me always knew that. A part that Shah denied to me. Indeed. But the truth may yet prove painful. Who knows what Shah still keeps from me? We'd better press on for now, and hope we're ready when the moment comes. But before that, there's one thing I need to see to. You'll see for yourself soon enough. Just leave it with me.
Soldier?
I'm never eating at the Elfsong again. What if there were... I'm sure she lives there. Poor Tea.
He's delivered. Yes. These tax hikes are enough to make my eyes.
Be honest. What do you think of the new look? Well, I'm glad someone does. Perhaps I'll get used to it. I have a lot to get used to right now.
Don't be shy. Attention. Can't give up now.
On days like this, I miss the forest. I used to scamper amongst my woodland friends, if you can believe it. Here, not a squirrel in sight.
Welcome, traveller. Remember, this ain't the Blushing Mermaid. It's the Elfsong. So behave yourself. You want trouble? Take it down to the Guildhall, tough buckets. Not here.
Vincent here is a wastrel and a scapegrace, but he does amuse me.
No.
When I think about the poor refugees starving in Rivington, I could just weep. I believe I'll drown my tears in another brandy.
And yours? Not at all.
He's delivered. Yes. These tax hikes are enough to make my eyes.
Now don't believe anything Kate over there tells you. She's an awful liar.
You want the who's who and the what's what? Speak to Karis. She's always got the best goss. None of it's been wrong yet. Broadsheet's rather... Don't suppose you've learned anything juicier of late, Karis?
I would love to have seen Gortash's coronation, but I would have to have skipped the after feast. I'm on a strict diet.
Such a good job running the Gazette.
These days, it's hard to tell if I'm reading Balder's Mouth or Gortash's diary.
Oh, come now, Karis.
We know you will drive back the army of the Alps. Praise our city to its pinnacle!
Greetings, child of faith. Be welcome to the Stormshore Tabernacle. You have come far, I perceive. How may I serve you this day? I am Vicar Humbletoes, guardian of the Stormshore Tabernacle. I keep the peace in this sacred place and guide those in need. Here, clerics may commune with their gods, and even hear their responses, if they are so favored. I am also granted the power to provide holy resurrection through sales of revivification scrolls. Of course, my child, within limits. Behold my wares.
I'm ready.
Still alive, so that's progress.
This altar isn't dedicated to a single god, but instead acts as a conduit to many. Your god is one of many, and in this place you sense a spark of its mighty divine flame. The gods are ready to receive your sacrifice. Your offering is accepted, but more evidence of devotion is required. It reads, "Show your devotion with an offering in your God's name. Blessings may follow." You see an altar dedicated to Helm the Vigilant. You see an altar dedicated to Tyr. You see an altar dedicated to Seluna.
Seluna. Had life turned out differently, I might have been kneeling in prayer here.
You see an altar dedicated to Mystra. Mystra, mother of all magic, is the patron of wizards and often called upon by other spellcasters as well. She's said to be a jealous goddess. Even though you do not follow her, you feel her power resonating from the statue. She is the one true spell at the heart of all spells. The weave could not be in better hands. Your offering is accepted, but more evidence of devotion is required.
Welcome back. You have come far, I perceive. How may I serve you this day?
I don't like this. I don't like the look in some of their eyes.
One blow and she drops like she's dead.
Maybe she is.
I really thought she would care.
The citizen is unconscious and won't be waking up anytime soon.
Listen up. In Baldur's Gate, you do not mouth off to the flaming fist.
The citizen is unconscious.
We're doing a little shopping in the city.
As the Absolute's forces
Shame. I think I may have overdone it with the black and purple for, well, my entire life. Your look serves you well, though.
I'm 10 years behind. Don't want the youths to think I'm not, you know, times.
You talk about the honor of your order, but what about my honor? I made a deal.
Stug, if you want to join the Vigilant Knights, you have to quit beating people up.
My sister Gerva has talked me into joining her Holy Helm Order, but I got a job to finish first.
Breaking the knees of debtors for the Guild isn't honest work, and you know it. That's why you're giving it up.
But I already took the money for it from Uktar, so I gotta follow through. It's like an oath or something. And I know you understand oaths, Gerva.
What am I going to tell the Vigilant Knights, Doug? That you're knee-breaking for goodness?
Helmsgaze, you sound like a guild lawyer. You must think I'm pretty dumb. And maybe I am. Because I'm going back to return Uktar's money. Don't wait up, Gerva. Might take me a while to crawl back home with 2 busted knees.
Hello, old friend. Oh, so I assume I used to know everybody around town, but now I'm a new man. A worried man, a playwright who...
Still here, stranger? Me too.
Just one more, Stug.
I heard about it. I hear everything.
Archduke? Lord Gortash is a trifle young for that, don't you think? Not that anyone cares what you think, or me, for that matter.
That puffed up parvenu, Gortash, an archduke. However did they find a crown big enough for his head? I heard about it. I hear everything.
Just between us, I don't believe...
From one warrior to another, I must say, it's just embarrassing the way the Flaming Fist, they used to be capable enough. Nah. And when they fail...
Get cards printed. Roger, good.
A new Archduke? Fancy. Never had one of them before.
Aye, aye. Pull up a seat. If you can find one spare, that is. With all this talk of war, what else are folk to do but drink? I reckon the murder we'd had something to do with it too. Got punters all intrigued. On that morbid note, what can I get you fine self? Going to make this place famous, I reckon. Victim is a bloody duke. Boleyn Stelmane. Well, she was a duke. Now she's just bloody. I reckon I'll be able to charge double for that room once the constable's done with it. Murders and ghosts are always grand for business. At least, I hope. It's been slim pickings since the Absolute butchered that supply convoy. But have a look. Fill your boots, mate. Welcome back. What can I do you for? I tell you what, the murder upstairs has brought some punters, but it's also really spooked folk out of renting rooms. If we get you staying up there, perhaps folk will calm down and realise there's naught to worry about. You can have the whole upstairs floor until this killer thing blows over. Charity? In Baldur's Gate? Good one. Keep your voice down about the bloody murder upstairs. Top floor's all yours. If it gets a bit too noisy at night, well, don't sleep above a pub.
Should get cards printed. Roger good. Real talk. Gortash, Archduke of Archduke, Your Excellence, Your Eminence.
Hold up, citizen.
Are the gods truly this petty?
Zen'll be back soon. Get ready to buy.
I wonder if this was brewed with my barley.
Stellmane's Parlor. A place to receive clients and informants. I wonder if it's as I remember it.
Bollocks! I told those idiots not to let anyone through. You. Name, rank, and reason for interrupting an active crime scene. For your sake, the last one better be bloody good. To fetch her another bottle of mead, no doubt. Yes, I'm Devella, the unfortunate colleague. Unless you've got useful information, leave me to my work. Duke Stellmane's dead, and I've got to find who killed her. Gods. That's it. Proof that I was right. I've been working on an assignment, see? A research project of sorts. I knew my conclusions were sound. But this... I never expected this. I'll tell you what I know. A century ago, there was a man. Saravok Anchev. He was a child of the god of murder, Baal. He ruled the Iron Throne. A dark tower hiding a darker secret. It was the front for a deadly arms-dealing network. There, Saravok amassed an army and sought to become a god. Under his stewardship, the Baal Temple was revived. And with it, the Baal cult itself. Fortunately, the temple was destroyed. And to cleanse the city of Saravok's memory, the Iron Throne was torn from its foundations and cast into the Chiomthar. For most, that was the end of it. But cults like that don't disappear overnight. That list you spoke of confirms I'm right. The Baal cult is back. And someone is out there, continuing Saravok's work. Stranger things have come back to haunt this city. The brutality of the killings is on a par with Saravok's own. But there's something more here. Something new. There's a reverence to these murders. A certain flair. It's as if they were done in worship. The precision of the cuts. The depth, the execution. The best butchers in Faerun couldn't make a cut like that. Trust me, I've asked them. I tried to explain all this to my superiors, but they wouldn't have any of it. They told me to drop it. Told me the city doesn't need another conspiracy theorist and to get back to doing my job before they find someone else to do it for me. But you... You're not bound by such constraints. Oh, help me out here. Help the city out. I bet if you follow the trail of these murders, you'll be able to unearth the truth of this resurgence. There are patriarchs on the murder target list. I'm oathbound to secure them first, so I'll be heading to the upper city next. While I'm there, the other potential victims will be at risk. Could you warn them? Thank you. That's all I can ask, and more than I hoped. Once I'm done with the Patriarchs, I'll head to Basilisk Gate to have another go at convincing my superiors to put some resources into this matter. Meet me there if you've anything more to report. And good luck.
Blooded ring. Guess the killer didn't want jewelry. Lots of blood. Some pink stains, too. That's curious. Strange bottle. Even stranger smell. Strange bottle. Even stranger smell.
Hey-ho. Smell that? Poison. No doubt.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
dog wags his tail. He gives in and scratches tongue, lolls.
Come for a chat?
Did you find time to speak with your partner? A potentially delicate topic, I understand. I cannot blame them. It is understandable why someone would want to keep you all to themselves. Even if it is not my way. I wish it hadn't come at the cost of another's heart. But I want this. I want you. Go to your bedroll when you're ready. But do not expect to get much sleep. You came. I was concerned you might have had doubts. Or that this might have all been too soon. Perhaps a little. Do you know how hard it's been for me to contain myself? I'm almost frightened to touch you. If I give in, I may not be able to stop until I've devoured you. As I do you. But nevertheless, I will be gentle. Or at least, I will try. Just as nature intended. Come here to me. Forgive me, I lost the run of myself. Sometimes, if blood runs hot enough, it's difficult to tame the beast. You like it? I need no further encouragement. More?
What is this?